If all goes well today, we could book a spot at Wembley for the FA Trophy final and also just move ourselves back into the playoffs again. If things don't go well, the season basically ends here. Hello and welcome to part 52 of It's Coming Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have a home game against Stockport in the National League and the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final at home against Chesterfield. Since you were last with me, this is what forms look like. The same kind of inconsistent nonsense, really. We lost to Mansfield, but thumped over and then got a draw in the away leg of the FA Trophy semi-final. So we're set up nicely for the FA Trophy. The National League is looking thusly. Just outside the playoff spots, only 1 point behind Chesterfield, who were the team who were playing in the FA Trophy semi-final, so a similar kind of standard of team to us, but just outside the playoffs. But, I mean, it's pretty tight above us. We're actually only 5 points off the top of the league, so a good run of games, an automatic promotion is still doable. We certainly seem to be part of what's turning into a breakaway group of 8, but obviously we need to keep our winning run going today, and then also keep that going against Stockport to book another FA Trophy final. We do have a slight problem though. We're having to switch the tactic back to the 4-3-3. It's not a tactical decision. It's Pugh is injured for ages decision. So Mick Pugh, the attacking midfielder we brought in to make the 4-2-3-1 work, is out for the next 4 to 7 weeks with sprained knee ligaments. I mean, to be fair, he started well, but he's not actually been that spectacular. So this might end up working for the best if by moving away from the 4-3-3 for a little while, we've tricked the game into forgetting they'd figured it out. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws a little bit. We didn't really have anyone else to. We could have played Tilly there and Stanley on the right and kept the 4-2-3-1 going, but I think it's time for Shane Phillips and Jordan Rossiter to start making their way back into the team as more of a solid midfield. So this is the team for the league game against Stockport. We've got Civitar in goal, a back four of Webber, Proctor, Sass Davis and Daly Campbell, with Phillips at the base of the midfield, O'Brien and Wolfe in front of him, and then a front three of Tyler, Mick Powell playing as an advanced forward, and Tilly on the right hand side. Tilly has been in pretty decent form coming off the bench in the last few games, which is why he's forced his way into the starting lineup ahead of Connor Stanley. It has occurred to me, Connor Stanley hasn't played in a game you've watched for ages. He is still playing 80% of our matches. It's just the ones that he's not playing in seem to fall with when I'm recording. He'll almost certainly be playing in the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final unless Tilly has an absolute smashing performance in this match or some kind of injury to Stanley happens. But let's be assertive. Right, Stockport are in terrible form. We've got to win this game. If we're serious about our promotion hopes, we need to start putting a run of results together. Our form has been desperately inconsistent all season, but as you can see from the league table, it's actually not left us that far off the pace. So I guess we're not the only ones who are suffering from major inconsistency. O'Brien with a cross to Wolfe, and it's just over. Only a minute and a half on the clock, and we had a good chance to put ourselves 1-0 up and blew it. But I think if we could, what have we got left? 7 games, including this one. If we were to win 5 of those 7, I think we'd certainly secure the playoffs with that, and I think we'd be there or thereabouts, certainly in the top 3, and just hoping for teams to slip up there. That's cleared off the line. I don't know who had the original header, Proctor maybe, and it's cleared off the line. It fell to Proctor again, and this time it wasn't able to do anything with it. We need to find a goal from somewhere. People have been telling me all sorts of different shouts I should be doing in matches. I've frustrated Sass Davis by asking for passion from him. But I don't know, the shouts, I'm becoming less and less convinced that they have any impact on the game. I know lots of you tell me all about all the magical things the shouts and the team talks do. I'm struggling to see that they make very much of a difference, really. Right, let's dig in. There you go. Daly Campbell wants to dig in. He's the only one. We need more. We need more diggers in this team. That's our problem. Right, there wasn't a sentence there. None of the teams above us are playing currently, which is why I guess a 0-0 draw against a poor team is bringing us up into the playoffs as it stands. But obviously, when everyone else plays their game, then that'll all change. I mean, I'm glad Stockport are rubbish because we've just put a chance on a plate for them, And in fact, it looks like Civitar made the save. I thought they'd just ballooned it way over the bar, but they get a corner. So Civitar must have pulled off a good save to rescue Sass Davis from his just general faffing about. Right, let's try demand more. Some people said do demand more. There you go. So that's focused, everybody. Let's see if... I mean, they've got complacent players in their team. Is a bit of focus enough to force some action? Mick Powell coming off again. We're also going to take off Tyler. Move Tilly over onto the left-hand side. Can either of these two... There you go. We're going to play him as an attacking wing as well, because that's another thing people have suggested. Get more attacking instructions in there. We've got Wolf playing on attacking instruction in midfield already, but adding an extra one can't hurt. And Proctor, he seems like the one who's had the most chances of anybody in this game so far, but it's a free kick from O'Brien, which is always dangerous. And inexplicably, Proctor is the man in there following up. Where, I don't know, is Mick Powell still on the pitch or is it Brown? Either way, you would expect our striker to be the one in there following up, but it doesn't really matter because Proctor scored it. But goodness me, we're making a bit of a meal of this. This is a team we should be battering. Right, we're gonna take off Sass Davis, bring on Colley, because Sass Davis made that mistake earlier, and it doesn't hurt to get some game time into Colley. I've got 2 defenders on the bench. I always seem to do this. Third substitution, always a bit of a waste of time. I don't like changing my centre-backs usually, but I think in the circumstances, it's allowable today. Daly Campbell trying to work it into Stanley. He does find Stanley. Stanley with the cross to Tilly. Tilly straight at the keeper. Should have done better. Daly Campbell tries to get the cross back in again. And now Stockport do have a chance to break, but the highlight just sort of disappears. And obviously nothing came of it. Stanley now with a corner. Probably the last attack of the game. It goes over everybody's heads. Colley collects, finds Phillips. He's got Wolf alongside him. There's O'Brien. O'Brien out to Stanley. Can Stanley cross? He did. I guess you could call it a cross if you were really looking at the definition of the word. I mean, that was a pretty poor performance. I think we're actually going to say, yeah, that was a let-off. If we play that poorly against Chesterfield, we're not going to Wembley. And that would make me sad. What's made me happy, though, is the fact that as it stands, I know everyone's got a game in hand on us, but as of right now, we're up to 4th and only 2 points off the top of the league. So that's a nice situation to be in, even if we did play poorly. Well, neither of the things I described happened, but we're still not playing Connor Stanley, because I'm trying something a little bit different, just to try and generate some goals from somewhere. So Tilly's going to play, but rather than playing as a winger like he did in the last game, we've moved him onto an inside forward on attack, just to try and get him up there, supporting Mick Powell a little bit more. We've also got Lerick Fernandez coming back into the team, also on an attack instruction. And I'm hoping this area here is going to be packed with attack-minded players, with Tyler just bombarding them with crosses. And Hickman, who's come into the side for today's game at the expense of Daly Campbell, doing the same thing from this side. We just want crosses, just crosses, and players scoring from them. That's the plan. Remember, it's 1-1 from the first leg against Chesterfield. I don't know if away goals are a thing that exists in the FA Trophy. I would assume probably not. Let's be passionate. Yeah, we are the favourites. It's made no difference. Nobody cares. But, you know, Wembley. Let's try and get to Wembley, because Wembley would be lovely. We haven't been to Wembley for a couple of years now. And like I said in the last episode, it would be nice to get an idea of how many people we take to Wembley these days, because we didn't take very many last time. Phillips now plays the ball forward. I guess he was looking for Powell, but Powell is absolutely nowhere near that. But the highlight inexplicably continues. Tyler intercepts. Webber is playing it forward through Phillips and then to O'Brien, to Fernandez, back to O'Brien. We're knocking the ball around nicely in midfield. We do need to try and get it a little bit further forward, though, because the goal is over there. I don't know if my pointing is going to work properly. I can't picture how I'm going to be on the screen when this video comes out. But in my... Oh, Sass Davis has done it again. 2 games where he got away with it in the league game, but he's faffed about on the ball again. Now, I know we've got him playing as a ball-playing defender, but that's supposed to be what he's best at. Now, is that because he's a ball-playing defender? Or is that Civitar is putting him under pressure with the pass? Or I just don't understand what's gone wrong there. If we change his instruction to be a centre-back on defend... Oh, Fernandez has just given away a penalty. We're self-destructing. We need a big save from Civita here. There's only 12 minutes on the clock and we could be 2-0 down. And we are 2-0 down. And it's two completely self-inflicted goals. A terrible piece of play from Sass Davis leading to the first. And a wild, ridiculous tackle from Fernandez for the second. I don't even know how he didn't even get a yellow card for it. He's furious and very frustrated. You're furious and very frustrated, Lyric. Goodness me. Right, what on earth am I going to tell him? Calm down? I don't want him to calm down. Oh, look at that. Fury works for Lyric Fernandez, apparently. We'll just go to the default, shows and passion. So I wasn't really concentrating for this goal. So it's a short corner to Fernandez. And actually, that's brilliant. That's very well done from both O'Brien to spot Fernandez in space and then Fernandez himself to just score an absolute beauty. And inexplicably, on an 8.1, despite giving away the penalty, he's rotating between frustrated, angry and anxious. Lyric Fernandez is having a day, it seems. That's poor again. That's really poor again. It says absolutely unstoppable from Irvine. I'd argue probably not the case, because it's not like it's flown into the top corner. It's not like it's been hit really, really hard. Let's just watch Civita here. To me, that's stoppable. That's him being 5'8" that's the problem there, I guess. Let's demand more. We did that in the last game. Oh my word. Proctor isn't a ball-playing defender. So it's not that instruction that's causing it. I don't know why we're faffing about on the ball. We're being pressed out of the game by Chesterfield, who just want it more than we do. Proctor did we've conceded the same goal twice. Oh. We've played this control possession system for so long and it's been so effective. But today, trying to knock the ball around at the back has been an absolute disaster. And it does make me start to rethink the whole philosophy we've got here at home. Oh my word, they're coming at us again. Chesterfield are absolutely rampant and we are powerless to stop it. And I don't understand. They're actually below us in the league right now. But they have torn us apart. We've just, looking at the stats, I guess, quick, effective counter-attacking football. They're letting us faff about with the ball as much as we want to. And then, seemingly at will, they take the ball off us and go and score a goal. This has not been a particularly enjoyable FA Trophy semi-final experience for me. 5-1 down at half-time. I mean, what on earth do we even do about that? Now, I remember reading somewhere years ago, team talk theory coming up, that if you don't do a team talk at all, that can be potentially more effective than absolutely going crazy. So I'm not going to hand my team talk over to my assistant. I'm just not going to do a team talk. I'm just going to leave them in there to stew. Just a bunch of idiots who've had terrible games. You can come off. We haven't got a defender. We haven't got a centre back on the bench. Well. I don't know. I don't know if that team talk will either be a masterstroke or, we're not getting back into this game now, are we? What can I even say? Concentrate on scoring 5 goals. That was brilliant from O'Brien. O'Brien has had a good game in amongst a bunch of absolute cretins. O'Brien now with the corner, plays it across. Nobody there, but Tyler picks it up on the edge of the area. Tyler back to... No, nothing. Unbelievably, Lyric Fernandez still on an 8.2 with O'Brien on a 6.8 next to him. And we've got to change. We've got to make some changes. Mick Powell, I've had enough of him. I really have. He's such a bottler. Toby Humphreys, get on. We've done this before with Civita as well. There you go. Two big statement-making substitutions for you there. This is... don't mind me, just not going to read the comments today. If it's all the same with you lot, I'm just not going to look, because it's going to upset me, I think. Is he giving away another penalty? No, good. We need to get him off the pitch. He is having an absolutely terrible game. I know we don't have a centre-back to bring on for him, but I think in the circumstances, just get him out of the way. Get him off the pitch. Webber can play centre-back, albeit not brilliantly. You do that. Yeah. That's better than keeping Sass Davis on, I think. And again, sends a statement to this bunch of idiots that what they've done today has not been okay. I've got no words for it. The Mick Powell Apologists Club talked to me about the disaster that was today. Another big game, another example of him not turning up. He'll go and get a hat-trick against a relegation-threatened team and look like a hero in the next match. But, I mean, when it actually matters, Mick Powell has upset me today. I'm not feeling good about it. We need a new striker. And we need to sort ourselves out, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off. And we'll be back in 2 days' time for the Chester and Fylde games to finish off the season. If we play like we've just played, we're not going to have the playoffs. If we play better, we might. It's not looking likely at this stage. That's possibly the lowest point of the series so far. I'm gutted after that. That was rubbish. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.